we get to be on the play again. That's pretty nice. And we have a good keep. If we miss on our land drop, that sucks, but 2 pieces of Tron plus Prism plus Prohibit, and then a pile of stuff and Blues of Gas seems like a pretty clear keep. I do need to draw lands and spells. However, if I draw specifically Tower or any land plus a map, I've got a whole lot going on, so. Not a mulligan. Not the perfect hand, though. There's a lot of draws that I can have on this first turn that make it the perfect draw, though. Boggles. If I had drawn a island, I would have played that and kept up Prohibit, but I got the Moment's Peace, that's not bad. I would love to draw my 3rd land, but I have a couple turns for that. Oh, okay. Draw Tower off the top, counter their Mask. Don't draw a land, that's cool. That's cool too. They don't have an armor, so really the only reasonable hand they could be keeping is if it has a Mask in it. So I'm going to take a hit here. That sucks. That sucks. It's only for 4, though. I go to 15. They very well could have 2 masks, though. And then I have to blow the Moment's Peace. Land! That's a bummer. I'll get the horror back with the Pulse when I need to. Yep. I'm just going to take it and then Pulse, or Peace next turn. Alright. That gives me some hope. I did need it in a land at some point, but I'm dead to Fling, but, well, I also missed my 3rd land drop for several turns, so I could be dead to things. They just drew the growth for, obviously they would have cast it last turn and try to put lethal on board, but we can try to survive. But we did do a whole lot of things. And they have Fling. We are dead. That sucks. Hand was good, but we missed our 3rd line drop in the first 4 cards, so not a whole lot to be done there. Can't really mulligan that. Gonna keep Dispel in. It counters Fling plus their Dispels. Gonna keep Heart Prohibit for the same reason. Put in the anti-combat cards. Don't want any of these. I don't think I need more than 2 Blue Blasts. Got Pulse, got Condescend. Got a Flicker. Now, how many horrors do I want? They do help lock the game up, but Blue Blast also helps lock the game up, so we'll go with 1 horror. Need to draw lands. That sucks. Wasn't really anything I could do there, right? I don't think I had an option to prohibit anything until I would have died to it, so. And if I had Moment's Peace and then burnt the Moment's Peace again, I have no anti-combat card and no 4th land, so what am I really hoping to draw? Alright, they're thinking. They're thinking real hard. But it's taking a long time sideboard. Alright. They must be triple queuing. We're just sitting here. I could edit this part out, but you know, that would take effort. And we get to see the countdown to see if they got the sideboard, and they did. I have Tron plus colored mana, but I don't have an anti-combat card, and I have no card draw. And I have no color filter, so even if I draw a flicker, I don't really do anything. But I'm not throwing away Tron plus colored mana. Okay. Not gonna cycle into turn unless they force me to. This is not going to force me to, no. Or is really good against Core Sky Fisher. If they suited up. Okay, that was a very good draw. Okay. The second Blue Blast, very bad draw. Also, I should have a Hydro Blast and a Blue Blast. Let's see if they suit up. What I really wanted to do is cast a red spell somehow so I can use this Blue Blast up, but I don't think that's going to be happening. Okay. That's weird that that's still in, but alright. Maybe they just didn't sideboard anything? It seems like the first card to take out, right? Huh. Alright. So I can wait to hit this if they play a mask next turn, or I can just hit the warrior. I think I'd rather just hit the warrior now and make him discard a card. This makes me substantially more advantaged if I draw a flicker. But, well, I have a lot of lands, so not guaranteed to matter. They discarded a mask? Okay, I guess I'm going to be dead in 2 turns. That means they have double mask, or they have armor plus mask plus land. Like, why would they discard mask, right? They're going to... What? I am so confused, I'm not gonna sack. I am very confused about my opponent's play there. They discarded a mask, and then did not play a single thing. Okay, whatever. If they play a mask now, I get to block. And if they play a Rancor or a Armadillo Cloak, then it's not that much damage. Okay. I was tapped out last turn, right? So why wouldn't they play Rancor last turn if they had it? But then they discarded Mask, so I don't think I can make any conclusions about my opponent's play from what they have, played. I'm going to go ahead and cycle Aspirants here. I don't think I can get punished by having only 1 Blue Blast up instead of 2. Dispel is cool and all, but I need to hit an anti-combat card, so... Oops. That was a good draw. Just the island that they know about. I don't think they could do anything that both kills me and gets around Moment's Peace plus Counterspell. So I'm not gonna hold back both Mole Drifters and try to chump. I guess I can just discard both lands then. I'm gonna keep all these spells, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Alright. I get to Moment's Peace and then counter their counter. Playing two different kinds of masks, huh? Alright. I get to untap, get back to Dispel. Oh wait, never mind, I get to Flicker. Forgot about that. I get the Teachings for Flicker and then just bounce their stupid Skyfisher away. Let's see what we draw. I might be able to do even more than that, but we'll bash for a bit, and then we'll figure that out once we have the Flicker in hand. We are going to get Flicker and not Ephemerate. So we're going to start here, and I can play a tower. So if I target my tower, I can bounce their Skyfisher, and then play a wall, get back Flicker, and bounce their forest, getting rid of their growth. And I think that's correct. Target the Skyfisher, so they have to discard one of the fancy cards in their hand. They had an Ethereal Armor? I should have lost this game. My opponent played so insanely bizarre. Whatever. That's frustrating. I was tapped out. My opponent chose not to play anything after discarding the Ancestral Mask. They just hit me for 3. That's really frustrating. I'm going to lose to this and it's going to tilt me. That's a bummer. Anyway. Put in the second horror if they're going to suit up their Skyfishers. They also have cartouches for some reason. Don't want any of this. I need to swap one of these out. I didn't show Blue Blast, so that's nice. And don't want Pyroblast specifically for a late Slippery Boggle or a Dispel. That seems very thin. If my opponent goes turn 1 Color Fixer, and I go turn 1 Astrolabe, they can still just play their hybrid mana hexproof guy, so I don't think Pyroblast is the deal. I don't want Missionary. They deal too much damage for that to matter, and the block is unlikely to matter as well. Don't want Condescend on draw, so we have a Flicker, and we have an extra card in here somewhere. Do I want the Horror? No, I think I'd rather just have all the anti-combat cards and a bunch of Flickers. And then try to fight through their permission with my permission. I'm keeping this one. This very well could lose, but a lot of draws on my first turn. Or a lot of the cards I can draw on my first or second draw step turn this hand into the God Hand, right? If I draw a Mine or a Tower in the first 2 draw steps, I just have turn 3 Tron, Prism, and then either another Prism or whatever I draw off the rest of my cards. So, keeping the map, or keeping this hand, playing the map turn 1, and then seeing what happens. Want keeping 7? No, they're keeping 6. Well, they went to 6. Don't know if they're keeping 6. They are keeping 6. Alright. Turn 1, color, or, UW Sprawl. Alright. Getting white mana. Good. We could die in turn 3. It's very unlikely, but we could. They did start with Sprawl, so if they go Boggle, Armor, and Rancor, and then just go Armor Mask, then I do die. What is this? Did they board in Thermokarst? Or are they just playing a Heliod's Pilgrim? Okay, they do have the, no, they don't have the nuts. Returning a forest, presumably. Or the Bogle. Yeah, just the forest. Okay. We can beat what we've seen, but we need to stop drawing lands. We do need to draw spells at some point. If I can draw a Stonehorn, that is the optimal card to draw. They don't have any enchantments, or they're just choosing not to play them like last game. They could also have a Heliod's Pilgrim. That would be what they would be considering last turn, whether just play 2 creatures or the Heliod's Pilgrim. Well, they certainly don't have a Mask or Armor right now. All right, they don't have a Heliod's Pilgrim. They would have played that over the Utopia Sprawl, and they obviously don't have a Mask or an Armor. They would have cast it. I say this, except our opponent has intentionally played extremely strangely in the past couple games, so this is bad. I should filter here. I'm going to play Stonehorn no matter what, so. They have blue, I assume? Yeah. Drawing the other Ash Barons is frustrating, but, I mean, we have the Ephemerate for the Dignitary. We need to find a counterspell. But, that's fine. Only just drew that for the turn. I'll lead with Prism rather than Trinket Mage. But now I'm going to go Trinket Mage, play Plains, and then play Astrolabe. They know about the Plains, so. Alright, draw a good spell. Moment's Peace is fine. I'm not going to cast anything now. Well, actually, if I Ephemerate the Dignitary and they have Dispel, that's fine, and they can't fling it now. So yeah, I will Ephemerate the Dignitary. If they Dispel, that's fine. I just don't want them to be able to kill the Dignitary in response to my Ephemerate. Then I lose the Dignitary and the Ephemerate. That would suck. But as it stands, now I get to block combat for the next turn, and then wall back my Ephemerate. And now they can fling, but I have Moment's Peace, and I get to Ephemerate my Trinket Mage. Okay, do they have Fling in hand and they just drew Dispel? Because they should have just Dispelled it last turn, right? Alright, we'll go ahead and wall back Ephemerate. And then Ephemerate the Dignitary and see if they want to fling it. They do not. I could be talked into the correct play being just evoke the Muldrifter now, but given the way my opponent played, I don't believe they can have a Dispel already in hand. So I'm just going to rebound my Ephemerate on wall, and then get back the Ephemerate, and then we'll evoke Muldrifter and see what we draw. Do they also have the Fling and they were just slow rolling it? No, okay. That'd be silly. Huh. I'm just going to cast Muldrifter then. Okay. Pass. Don't care about Dispels. If they play a Mask, I can just Ephemerate. And if they don't play Mask or Armor, then if I Moment's Peace and they Flaring Pain, then it doesn't really matter, right? That'll lock the game up. Because now I get to go Prohibit. I get to Ephemerate my wall, get back the Teachings, and then they're dead. I have no idea what my opponent's doing over there, and it confuses the hell out of me. Like we saw from game 2, they played what I can only assume is an intentionally bizarre manner just to confuse me, which means I don't really understand how they play, which maybe they thought they were going to lose game 2 anyway, so they just played weird so I couldn't figure out what they're doing. Or they're just playing however they want to play and it's just whatever. We're 4-0. Gotta win 2 of these next 3 matches and then we're in the top 8. If we win the next one, there's a pretty decent chance that we will tiebreak in. However, don't really want to rely on tiebreakers. Our opponents have made some pretty bizarre plays, like that Burn opponent just conceding for no reason, and this round, Boggle's opponent playing completely bizarre manner. I don't really know. I don't really want to worry about tiebreakers. Let's just win 2 of these next 3 instead.